Okay, welcome fight fans. This is Super Fight Series 1 and ISKA World Professional title. So we're going to introduce the fighters shortly. They're going to come out and get weighed in. They're going to have a face-off photo. Then they're going to resume their seats. When they resume their seats, we're going to do a live draw. So we get to find out who fights who in the format. It's very, very exciting. So without further ado, we're going to introduce the first two fighters. And these two fighters are fighting for the ISKA Professional World title. It's 72.5. And the first fighter I'm going to announce onto the scales, and the weight limit is set at 72.5, is Chad Too Slick Sugden.
Chad Sugden, 72.1.
And this second challenger for the title, the ISKA Professional World title at 72.5 is Paolo Fiore from Italy.
Paolo Fiore, 72.5.
Get together, face off.
So just move back that way. Chad, if you move forward, Paolo, just move back a little bit. No, backwards. That way. Yeah, move it back.
That's cool. That's okay.
In the face, that way. There. Now, Rick.
Don't knock this angle. No. Oh my word.
Excellent. Well done. Okay guys, get changed and then we'll get you back out to resume to your seats shortly. Okay, so we have...
We'll at least get changed and then get moving.
Yeah, well, we'll get the others in for the weigh-in. Are they getting changed now?
No, we'll wait till these get ready.
Alright, okay. So... Okay, so we go on to the four-man Super Fight Series, four-man tournament. This tournament is set at 70 kilograms. There is a 0.5 gram tolerance on the scales, so we're looking for everybody to hit 70.5 or 70 kilograms or less. There's a prize of £1,500 for the first, for the winner, and there's a £500 prize for runner-up, and £250 for third and fourth. So everything to play for, and quite clearly everybody wants to come first. So these fighters have come from Romania, they've come from France, and we have two great fighters from the UK. And we've got all dynamics, we've got knockout specialists, but what we have got is the very, very best professional fighters. So the first fighter we're going to introduce to you to get weighed in, Ryan Body Snatcher Edmondson.
Ryan Edmondson, 70.7.
And the next fighter for the Super Fight Series 1 four-man tournament, all the way from France. We've had him here before, very exciting fighter. Beat Steve Swinburne a few years ago. Laurent Debenot.
Laurent Deveneaux, 69 kilos.
Monsieur?
Okay, the third fighter in the Super Fight Series 4-man tournament. Very exciting fighter all the way up from London, Marcus Powell.
Marcus Powell, 70.5.
Okay, Costel is on his way. This is live TV, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to be literally 2 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to ask all the fighters to we'll have the 3 fighters that have weighed in lined up. We'll do some photos with all 3 fighters. And then we'll get them dressed and we'll get them to resume to their seats. And then we'll carry on, and as Costello arrives, we'll get him weighed in and he can join the 4-man. So do you want to just come out here, guys, and get a quick photograph? Do you want to make up the 4, Georgie?
Stay in close, though. Come in close.
Okay, well done. You guys just get dressed and then we'll get you sat down. We'll get dressed and then we'll sort that out a bit because we've got an hour and a half. Yeah, so just get you down. They might come off anyway. We'll weigh you in before the trial.
1, 2.
Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to invite all the fighters to take the seats. We'll get Chad and Paolo to sit in the centre. We'll get Laurent and Marcus to sit on this side, and then Costel, when he gets here, can come and sit on the end in the late seat, and then we'll get Ryan to sit just inside, and then we'll do the live draw, so we get to find out who these guys are going to be fighting, and that's the exciting bit. I'm sure they're keen to know who they're going to be fighting in their first fight. And obviously that might give us a bit of an indication of who they're going to fight in the final as well. So we'll give you guys an opportunity to ask them some questions about, you know, are they happy with the draw? Did they get who they wanted? The way the draw works, guys, is quite simply they pick out a ball out of a bag, and that ball will have a number on it. If they get number 1, then what happens is they choose their position, so they can go top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And they don't have to go into top left if they pick out ball number 1. If they pick out ball number 2, again, they can take whatever position. So they can choose to avoid a fighter, or they can choose to fight a fighter. And then obviously if they pick out ball number 3, they have to make a choice if there is 2 positions. So ball number 4, unfortunately, there is no choice. They get who they are left with. And that's an interesting dynamic as well. So we're going to get that underway, so if the guys, as soon as they're ready, if they want to take up the seats, I think Chad and Paolo are ready. Ryan, if you want to come and sit over here. Is everybody ready? Chad?
Yeah.
Do you want to come and sit on this seat? Come on this way. It's Paolo? 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 Okay, Ryan, do you want to come and sit next to Chad? Marcus on the end. Okay, well while we wait waiting for Marcus. This is the ISKA Professional World Title belt that Paolo and Chad are going to be fighting for tomorrow night at Kelham Hall. If you tune in to Fight Night Live TV, you'll be able to watch this fight. You'll be watching this weigh-in for free, but tomorrow it's going to cost you £5. But I'm sure with these guys fighting in the Super Fight Series 4-man tournament, it's going to be an exciting night of fighting. And there's a great undercard as well. We've got some of the best fighters in the country competing against each other. It's predominantly K1 Oriental Rules action with 2 full contact fights. So it's going to be a hell of a night. So with all guys seated, do you want to take this along? And I would say maybe Marcus can pick out a ball first. Just choose a ball, Marcus. So as we said, guys, the ball that they choose will dictate which position they go into. Just hold on 1 second. Yes. So Marcus has got the last choice. Lauren. Okay, ball number 1. So Lauren obviously picks the position first, and then Ryan. Okay, ball number 2. So we have Lauren with ball number 1. So Lauren can go top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. So wherever you would like to be. So if you go top left, you fight in the first semi-final. If you go bottom right, you fight in the second semi-final. At this stage, it doesn't matter because you're going into the first position.
All fighters is good for me.
So maybe top left? Top left? Happy with top left?
You want to fight me?
Okay, so as you can tell, guys, this is the interesting dynamic. Lauren is basically offering right now. And Ryan is accepted, and I think that's what makes this fight tournament so exciting, guys. Give him a big round of applause. Costello is not here yet, but he doesn't have a choice anyway, because that fight's already been decided, so thank you guys for that. So Marcus, you want to go left or right? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Right.
Right, okay, so you put Marcus on the bottom right. That's fantastic.
I think
Okay, so there's the draw, ladies and gentlemen. So in the first semi-final, we have Laurent Debenot from France fighting Ryan Edmondson from the UK. In the second semi-final, we have Costel Peniscus from Romania fighting Marcus Powell from the UK. So that, I think, is lined up for a very exciting tournament. The rules, let's just be clear before we open it up for questions and answers, are simple. It's K1 rules, guys. So these guys will be allowed to punch, kick and knee to any part of the body. Okay? Spinning back fist is allowed. There is no clinch. It's clinch, strike and release. The action will be fast and it will be furious. So if you've not paid your £5 yet, pay it now, because this is going to be fast and furious. I'm going to now open it up, guys, so if you want to ask Chad or Paolo or any of the guys who are involved in the 4-man tournament a question, then this is the time to ask. Have you got any questions? Sorry, one question.
Lauren De Bono, I remember watching you fight Steve Swinburne. Very, very good fight. And Steve went on to fight professional boxing. And like I say, that fight I watched you was amazing. So, to me, how do you feel about this competition? You speak English at all, or you feel good for the fight? You feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Training has been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, we all know you in England because you're part of where we all live anyway, and you've done a lot of great things. How do you feel about your training this time?
It's gone really well. I'm under a new team now, so it's a completely fresh start for me. And this fight's really just to show the world, Ryan.
Yeah. Last time you fought, I think your head wasn't properly on the fight. You didn't show everybody how good you are, and I think that was what happened then. And now you've changed. You're training regime, your gym that you're with, and you feel better?
Yeah, I was going through a very bad stage at the end of that last year, so it's nice to be fresh.
Yes. And hopefully fight the same guy again, and put it right in the future as well, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, good, good. Marcus, I don't know a lot about you. I've tried to follow your career. You usually fight at a bigger weight, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
How do you feel about dropping the weight? Still got the power?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel
Yeah?
good. The training's been good. Everything's been fine. Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
Because before dropping to 70, before I fought at 72, so just losing the extra 2 kilos wasn't a problem.
No, that's good. Okay, that's all I've got to say. Anyone else got any questions they'd like to ask?
I think somebody at the back had a question. I don't know if you... No?
Chad?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Chad, now you've actually met Paolo face to face, how are we feeling?
Same as I was before, ready. Whoever I said in the interview before, whoever steps in front of me on May the 18th, the same result. I'm going to win.
Paolo, greatest respect for taking this fight at short notice. You speak any English or little? We haven't got anyone else here that can translate for him, no?
My Italian's not great.
No. Great respect to you for taking this fight at 2 weeks' notice. You understand, yeah? Yeah?
Short notice for fights and not long time to prepare.
To prepare.
Yeah, prepare, yes. You feel good? You
Yeah.
ready? Yes?
Ready.
Ready to fight, yes?
Yes.
Good.
Paolo, just to give a bit of background, is a very busy fighter, very active fighter, fights very regular, and it's from a very, very good gym with lots of quality fighters. And that was very important to Chad to fight one of the best fighters in the world and win an ISKA professional world title against one of the best. And obviously, you know, you have to beat them, you know, but this guy, I believe, is in his prime, 26, 25, 26. He's physically developed and very strong. So, we're, you know, obviously from a camp point of view, we're looking forward to the fight because it's going to be a real test.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it as well, yeah.
Sorry, I think there's a question here.
Question for Chad. What's your prediction for the foreman?
I'll just say that again because Mr. Price is at the back a little bit. Andrew said, what is your prediction for the four-man?
It's not. Look, I know my prediction is going to be exciting, and I've been in there with two of the guys, and they're tough as they get. So hopefully, if they're all as tough as that, it's going to be an awesome night and not to be missed. Whether you watch it live very good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good answer.
No, I'd echo that. I think what we've got here is from a promoter's perspective, a dream lineup. You know, we have two great fighters here fighting for a fantastic belt, and then we have, you know, three, will be four shortly hopefully, fantastic fighters. And Lauren is a quality fighter. We know, we've had him here before. Marcus is an exciting dynamic to this four-man, and I think, you know, I said it at the beginning when we added him into the four-man that this was going to be the exciting final, if you like, piece of the jigsaw, and I truly believe that. And seeing him today, he looks in great shape. He's bang on the weight, and I think that tells you that he's taken this fight and this tournament very seriously. And all these guys, you know, including Ryan, you know, they want to win this, not just for their money, because there's great prize money, but because it's prestigious. This is the very first Super Fight series. So, you know, you want to go out and win the first one, because that will always be remembered in history. So, I think we're in for a great night. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Yes.
For all the fighters that's in the tournament, how many of them have fought in a tournament style setup before?
That's a very good question. So, question, just in case you didn't hear, was how many of the guys in the four-man tournament have fought in the tournament format before? It's an interesting concept, and That's a very good question. Marcus, have you fought in a...
Yeah, I fought in the format before in Telford. That was at 76 kilos. I made it through to the finals, but in the end I lost.
Okay.
But, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And through to the final at 76 kilograms, so very, very strong fighter. Lauren, fought in a 4-man or 8-man tournament before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eight tournament, yeah.
Yeah? How did you do? Did you win?
Final.
Final.
Yeah.
So Lauren's fought in an 8-man tournament before, so 3 fights to get to the fight, or 3 fights including the final, and got through to the final but didn't win. Was that recent?
Left. 2009.
2009. 2009. Thanks, Jim. That's good.
I went to school.
Thank you. And Ryan, have you been in the tournament format?
Only on the Xbox.
How did you get on?
I won it, yeah.
So Ryan's champion on the Xbox. And now he's doing it in real life. So are we have any more questions, guys? Feel free, because you know these guys are here for you.
So if it's Ryan, this is your first tournament, how do you feel about it?
I feel honoured to be in the ring with these people, to be honest, and I just want to do my best. That's all that matters to me.
Any other questions, guys? Anybody want to make up the 4th place?
I will.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, well, after or before?
After, before, anything really.
Yeah, fair play to you. All right. Well, we have a 4th place if Costello can't make it. So
I'm very welcome.
we have another one. So maybe we have a fight off. Could get even more interesting. You might have to have 2 fights to get in there. Yeah. So guys, I've got enough. If there's no more questions, I think we'll kind of call the press conference weigh-in and fighters draw to a close. For those of you who are watching on the internet, thank you. Please do not make the mistake of not tuning in and watching tomorrow night. We go live 1900 hours GMT time, and there is a cost of £5, but I'm sure you'll agree it'll be the best £5 you've ever spent. These guys are going to give you absolute value for money from start to finish, and we've got a fantastic main event. We only ever put on the best fights in Newark. We really do have a history of putting on tough fights, tough challenges for all our fighters, you know, including myself. That's the way we like it, and that's what makes the show so exciting, and that's what brings people back. So this is no exception. These guys are the very best in the business. So I'm really pleased, and thank you all for coming and showing your professionalism and making the weight. Ryan's still got a little bit of work to do, but I'm sure a trip to the toilet will do that. And we're on for a good night, guys. So thank you very much, and we'll see you all soon. Yeah, just check it out.
Make sure I get the right code next time.
Make sure you see.